Okay, I think it's being recorded. Okay, so before we go into the session, I will launch a poll. So to check who's here with me, right? If you can see the poll on the screen now. Can you see the poll? Yeah, it's a bit slow. Yeah, I see answers coming in. Great. Okay, we'll wait for it's over 50% and I'll end the poll. Okay, and let me share the result. So yeah, we have like about half of you teaching young learners and also half of you teaching teens. We still have some teachers teaching university students and some very young learners. Great. All right. So it's because in this evening's session, so we are going to talk about teaching grammar. We did several surveys among teachers, and we got some feedback from especially young learner teachers who kind of said, yeah, especially when teaching grammar to lower level students can be challenging. So hopefully with this session, we can gain some ideas, okay, and make your teaching grammar to young learners easier. And we're going to use activities and some materials from Look, which is a 7-level young learner program. Right. Okay, and for those who don't know me, my name is Kitty Zhang, and I'm working for National Geographic Learning, and I'm based in Hong Kong. Okay, so we kind of keep this series of webinars under the theme, Keeping It Real. What's wrong with my, okay, slide. All right, so if you have attended some of our previous Keeping It Real webinars, you might still remember, okay, why we call this series Keeping It Real. Because as teachers, we are always learning, we are always want to try some new ideas in our teaching, but sometimes the new ideas can be a bit tricky when you really apply those ideas, teaching methods, teaching tips into your real classroom teaching. So that's why we need something practical, need to keep it real to your day-to-day teaching. And one of the ideas in teaching is to follow some routines in our teaching. So think about your own teaching now. Do you follow some routines in your teaching? It can be teaching grammar or teaching vocabulary, teaching reading. Yeah, Maria said yes, yes, okay. We do follow some routines. And can you give me some examples like, okay, what are routines? What routines do you follow in your teaching? Do daily fix for grammar, okay? Okay, so normally you give examples and let them figure out the structure. That's your teaching grammar routine, some daily activities. Particular time for vocabulary. Okay, in your teaching, okay, you always have some specific time for teaching vocabulary. Doing word drill, all right. Okay, sentence dictation. Okay, so I like Maria's answer, like we do warm up and then as review and then present. Okay, practice, then produce. That's the normal PPP. Okay, we mentioned. All right, so if we look at the definition of routine, we can see, okay, it means a sequence of actions regularly followed, okay? It's some steps, okay, procedure that you normally follow. Yes, okay, and it normally performed as part of a regular procedure rather than for a special reason. So in our teaching, we may have some special time, okay, or some specific activity or some specific lessons that is really amazing, okay? You feel wow, and it's very successful. But those may not be easily duplicated, okay, for another time. So here we want to talk about something that is really a routine, a normal steps you follow, and that can make your day-to-day teaching easier. So yeah, okay, follow some steps, great. Okay, and except for the steps, the procedure, you believe that if you normally use that can make your teaching more effectively and they can really go really well. We also need to think about the materials we're using, right? So when you use different teaching, for example, textbooks or programs, they may have different structures, okay? So they structure each unit in different way. They put different parts in each lesson, different activities in each lesson. And that might be also be something you think about, okay, how can I put it in my teaching routine? All right, so for look, I did see some teachers say they're going to use look, or maybe you have been using look for a while. We have these recommended teaching routines for grammar and reading. So if you go to the Look companion site, you can see, okay, you can download those routines. Here is a snapshot for teaching grammar routine. So just, it's not something surprising, okay? As some of you already mentioned, okay, that's what your routine, okay, PPP, and sometimes we do warm up to lead in. So with look, okay, the content and also the program structure itself, this is the routine we suggest the teachers can follow. And theoretically, this should help you make your teaching easier. Okay, so we can see we have warm up and then chant for lower levels, because in the grammar lesson in Look, there's always a chant for lower level students, okay? And then present the grammar, practice, wrap up. So, and there are some suggestions of what you can do for different steps, for warm-up step, for the chant part, how you present. So we will look at them look at some examples of how we can follow the routine to teach the grammar. All right, so here is a unit from Look level 1, okay, unit 10, eat and drink. So as we can, if we look at the scope and sequence, we can see, okay, so the key, the grammar point for this unit is I like and I don't like, okay? And then we can see the vocabulary for this unit, okay, here. So some food words, okay, and the grammar. And now if we think about the routine, okay, the first step is warm up. So what we suggest we can do when we teach Look grammar lessons, okay? In the warm up stage, we can connect the target grammar to unit vocabulary and real life, or model the grammar by giving a personal example. Use it in a real world context. So now if you look at the words in this unit, this is lesson 1, words, and now we are going into lesson 2, grammar. We're going to teach I like, I don't like, and look at the warm-up activities we can do. Do you think you can connect the grammar I like, I don't like to the words here or your real life? Or can you model the grammar by giving some personal examples? Let's see if we have any ideas. Absolutely, that's great. Yeah, because it's about food, right? And it's something our students, well, they see or they eat, okay? Yep, in their daily life. Great. So actually now, yeah, well, I'm talking here. I feel a bit thirsty. Okay, so let's see. What should I drink? Let's see. Yeah, maybe. Okay. Look what I have here. Okay, so water. I do like water. Okay, I like water. And what's this one? Orange juice. I like orange juice too. Okay. And next one, milk. I don't like milk. So maybe I'll just drink some water. Okay. I like water. Feel much better. And now it's my time, 6 o'clock. Okay. So it's almost my dinner time. And I also feel a bit hungry, but yeah, I'm still waiting for the dinner. Maybe I can have some fruit. Let's see what I have here. Okay, I have some bananas, oranges, okay, and apples. Bananas, I like bananas. Oranges, I don't like oranges. Apples, I like apples. So maybe I can have a banana. Okay. Right, so this is just a very simple example, okay, how you can connect the grammar point. Okay, you're going to teach I like, I don't like with the words, okay, and give them some real life example. Okay, so all right, and now I'm going to switch to the classroom presentation tool, okay, to go through the other steps, okay, of the routine for this grammar lesson. Okay, so chant, present, practice, and wrap up. Okay, let me go to my classroom presentation tool. Can you see a new screen which has look 1 at the top?
Yes.
Great. Okay, let's go to this unit. Okay, unit 10, eat and drink. As we say, we already learned the words. Now we are in the grammar lesson. Okay. It's a bit slow to load. Can I have it? Okay, it's coming. So yeah, you already know I like bananas. Okay, I don't like oranges. I like apples. Let's listen to this chant. Okay. And when we listen to the chant, when I do like, you still remember I like bananas, I like apples, I don't like oranges. All right. So we do the actions like and don't like. I like bananas. I like bread. Don't like apples. Green or red. I like oranges. And I like rice. I like bread. Can I have a slice? All right. Okay. Yeah, and now let's look at the grammar box here. Okay, can you see? I like bananas. Me too. I like bananas too. I don't like rice. Let's listen to the audio.
I like bananas. I don't like rice.
Okay, did you hear what the girl says? When we say, I like something, okay, you feel you like it. I like bananas. I don't like rice. All right. So, can you tell me about the words here? Okay, bananas. Do you like bananas? I think I see different answers. I don't like bananas. All right. What about bread? Do you like bread? Yes, I like bread. Okay. Candy. Do you like candy? I guess all kids probably will say, yes, I like candy. All right. Lemon. Do you like lemons? Not only like, I love candy. That's what my daughter always said. I don't like candy. What? I love candies. Okay. Yes, I like lemons. Great. Milk. Do you like milk? Okay. Yes. All right. And now let's look at this activity here. Great. I see lots of answers coming in, but let's go into the activity. So I'm thinking about the time. It didn't show up. Is it just on my end? It feels a bit slow to load everything. Okay. I hope you can see the screen now. It's still white on my end. Something's not working so well. Okay, if that's the case, let's just go back then. It seems my, oh, it comes out here. Okay, so slow. Now, can you see a boy on the screen now? Okay, great, lovely. Okay, so look at the boy. Okay, what can you see here? He's holding chopsticks and rice. So, and look at the boy. Do you think he will say, I like rice or I don't like rice? Okay, why do you think he will say, I like rice? Because he's smiling. Great. Okay, I like rice. Okay. Now, what about this girl? Look at this girl. She's holding a banana. Do you think she likes bananas or she doesn't like bananas? I don't like bananas. Why? You can see her face, right? Screwed up. I don't like bananas. Sad banana. Okay. Yeah. Normally banana believes people love them, right? Okay. I don't like bananas. Okay. And look at this girl. Kiwis. Do you think the girl likes kiwis? Yeah, that girl, she doesn't. Okay. Oh, someone said, I hate kiwis. So that's a strong word. Okay. She's pushing it away. Okay. I don't like kiwis. Okay. Okay. Let's see the last one. Does he like water? Yes. I can see he's, yeah, he smiles. So he likes water. All right. I think we get all correct. Let's go back. Okay. And now let's do one more activity on the workbook. Okay. I think it might be because of my internet connection because I'm using the online version. And whenever it, change screens, it's a bit slow. Okay, So here we see these three kids. If you are using look, you might be familiar with them. Okay, Marcel, AJ. I still can't remember this girl's name. But let's see. Okay, so they are having, yeah, their lunch. You can see the trays there. So let's see what AJ says. I like apples and oranges. I like water too. I don't like milk. So which tray is AJ's tray? Okay, number one. Why do you think it's number one? This one, okay? From your side, number three, okay? Why do you think it's this one? I like apples and oranges. We see an apple, an orange. Okay, I like water too. We see a glass of water. Very good. Okay. Look at the girl's choice, okay? The girl says, I like apples and bananas. The first tree, okay? You see an apple, a banana. I like milk too, and I see a glass of milk. Okay, I don't like oranges. What about Marcel? Okay, Marcel, I like bananas and oranges. Okay, the middle one. Okay, I like water too. I don't like milk. Okay, and now let's see. We will do the last activity to wrap up. Okay, here, draw and write. We'll draw something and use the sentences. I like and I too. And also something you don't like. Okay, I don't like and I don't. All right. So you can take out a piece of paper and draw something like this. If you like them and what you don't like. Okay, so look at my one. I like apples and bananas. I like strawberries too. Okay, let's see what I don't like. I think you remember, I don't like oranges. And I don't like watermelons. What about you? Okay, so this is a very quick example of going through all the steps in the routine. So I'm back to my slides now. Let me know if you can see my slides. And this is what happens again. Okay, so if we think back about what we did for each step, okay, let's see if you still remember, right? So for the warm up, we already said, yeah, how we can, okay, how we can connect the target grammar, okay, either by to the words and also modeling some personal examples. I'm talking about, I'm thirsty, I like water, I like orange juice too, but I don't like milk. Okay, then we do the chant. Okay, we just go through a very easy one that shows students what like is, what don't like is. Okay, and then how do we present? We use the grammar box, listen to the girls saying those words, and then we kind of change, okay, by looking at the words again and ask the students whether they like, okay. For example, do you like except for bananas, like lemons, okay? And then for the practice, okay, we do one activity from the book, okay, by looking at different children, looking at their faces and decide whether they like or not. And also one activity from the workbook, as you can see, okay? So practice, this is what we suggest you can do. For wrap up, we use another actually workbook activity here by doing the drawing, writing, and presenting. Okay, so this shows you, okay, it can, if we follow the routine, okay, we can kind of help our students go through, okay, knowing the grammar, and seeing the grammar, trying the grammar, and using the grammar. So for this one, do you think this simple routine and with all the suggestion, okay, by using different activities will work for your students? Great. Okay. Yes. All right. And if you want to know more, we actually have another example, and Julie can help me just drop the link in the chat box. Another example by our editor and also a former teacher, Danny Stone. He actually shows another example of how we can follow the routine and different steps, okay, using another grammar lesson from Look. Okay. Right. And then now, if we think about all these 5 steps, okay, and think about the time we spend on each step and also different activities we spend on each step, how do you think about which part we did most or which part I put the most weight on? All kind of equal for this one. Did I do lots of warm up? So yeah, as Ed would say, probably practice here. Okay, for this one, yeah, we do more practice part. Okay, so we just introduce doing a warm up by one simple activity, and then listen to the chant, and then look at the grammar box and do more practice here. Okay, this is probably because this grammar point, like don't, is not very difficult for our students to understand, right? So we don't need to spend lots of time to explain, to present the grammar to them. So we use more time, practice. Okay, now let's have a look at another example here. All right, so here, look at the screen, look at the photo. What is it? Can you guess? A giant pearl shell. What a great guess. A statue, bread, big bubble gum. I wish I can blow such a big bubble gum. Okay. A baguette. Any other guesses? A gate is a bone. Some kids says it's a slug, a cloud. Okay. Let me zoom out a bit, and someone says it's nice. Now you can see a bigger part of the photo. So now can you tell me what is it now? Pizza dough. Yeah, we see a man is twirling a pizza dough. And yeah, of course, you know what food is it for, right? It's for pizza. Do you like pizza? Yes, I like pizza. Okay, so we know actually pizza is kind of a very famous food, yeah, from Italy. And now, yeah, but some people say actually it is Chinese people who first invented pizza. Okay, I like pizza too. All right, so now if you think about in your own country, do you have something similar? Like you make a dough and put something. Yeah, martabak. Okay, pancake. Yeah, Indonesia's martabak. Martabak. I hope I pronounce it correct. Oh, right. Okay. So, yeah, we make pizza too. So also, yeah, some, yeah, you may have seen this also naan. Okay, yeah. And some Philippines, pandesal. Okay. Roti, as Wei Feng just said. Okay. So I did watch some video of those Indian people. Also, they twirl the dough, okay, to make this kind of roti, okay? And as some of you mentioned, some different pancakes, yeah, like the Chinese green onion, okay, pancake. In Korea, maybe the kimchi, okay, pancakes. All right, so if we look at this whole picture now, okay, so how many people can you see here? And how many pieces of pizza dough you see here? 78 people, but 2 of them are twirling, okay? 2 young guys are twirling the pizza dough, okay? Someone says, I see 3 pieces, yeah? So maybe, right, this in the very front of the photo could be probably another one there. Okay, so after we have the dough ready, so in order to make pizza, what do we do next? Yes, we put on toppings, right? We put things on top of the dough. Okay, so let's see. Okay, here are 3 different pizzas and they have different toppings. Okay, so just look at them, okay? Maybe on the left one, what does this pizza have? Okay, are there any tomatoes? No, there aren't any tomatoes. Okay, is there ham? Yes, okay, there is ham. Are there any apples? No, yeah, Susan mentioned there are pineapples, right? Okay, yeah. And I see someone said there are mushrooms. Are there potatoes? Yep. There are some, okay, maybe cucumbers, chives. Good. And there is cheese. Yes. Great. Lovely. All right. So now, if we keep going into the unit, I am hungry too, actually. It is time, okay, for me to have my dinner. So if we go into this unit and look at lesson 1, here are the words we're going to learn. And now, let's see. If we put, okay, what we have learned in that unit in level 1 and also in this unit together, we have learned so many words about food now. And if you look at them, okay, I can see lots of fruit words. Can you pick out all the fruit words here? Yeah, what do we see here? Mango, good. Lemon, okay, pear. All right, so now, can you see mangoes? How many mangoes can you see? Probably 3 mangoes, okay. And pears, how many pears? There are 3 pears, okay. And how many bananas? 3 bananas, 4 bananas, right. How many grapes are there? There are, I don't know, probably 30, a bunch of grapes, many grapes, very good. Okay, so except for fruit, I also see lots of different vegetable. Okay, can you pick up those vegetable words? Let's see, what do we have here? Okay, beans, potato. Okay, great. All right, potato. All right, beans. Okay, tomato. Okay, so look, how many beans can you see there? Maybe 20 beans. How many potatoes? A dozen of beans. Okay, how many potatoes there? 3. How many tomatoes are there? 6. Okay, and let's see, can we count the carrots? 1, 2, 3. Oh, 7 carrots. Very good. And what about cucumbers? How many? Okay, 3 cucumbers. Great. Now let's see meat. Can you get all the meat words? Yeah, chicken. You got it. Beef. Okay. Right. Okay, so if we look at the picture, we can see some meat there. Okay, we can see some maybe chicken, maybe beef, or maybe, yeah, lamb there. Great. So we still have some other words here. Okay, so rice. Okay, we can see some rice, bread. Okay, and some cheese too. Very good. Okay, this really make me hungry now. So, okay, I would like to show you what I had for my breakfast now, okay? So let's check. This is actually my breakfast, okay? What do I have for breakfast? Is there an egg? Yes, okay. There's an egg. Are there any apples? Yes, there's an apple. And is there any bread? Yes, some toasted bread. Very good. Okay. Is there any milk? No, but coffee. You're right. So there's an egg, some bread, you see bacon. Okay. An apple, a cup of coffee too. But there isn't any milk. And I will show you, okay, so what our auntie cooked for my lunch, okay? I don't know what I'm going to have for dinner now, but look what I had for lunch. Okay, so let's see. There are some beans. Yes, there are some beans, okay? And there's some chicken. Very good. And there's some rice too. Okay. But are there any fruit? No, there aren't. Okay. Any apples? Aren't any bananas? Yeah, but I do want to have some grapes. Okay. Now, let's move to our classroom presentation 2 again. So now I'm in the look level 2 classroom presentation 2. Can you see it? Okay, so we go to unit 7. Okay, fantastic food. And let's go to grammar. Okay, so you saw already, okay, what I had for breakfast. Okay, there's an egg. Okay, some bread, an apple, but there isn't any milk. And let's listen to this chant together. So before we move into the chant, can you do this together with me? Okay, let's do this. Clap, tap, clap, tap. What do we have for breakfast today? Okay, da, 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 da. Okay, and let's listen. Let's follow. Just to check, you can hear the audio? Yes? Great.
What do we have for breakfast today?
There's some bread, an egg, some orange juice too, but there isn't any milk. Oh, what can we do? What do we have for lunch today?
There's some rice, some grapes, a mango too, but there isn't any chicken. Oh, what can we do? What do we have for dinner today?
There are some fries, some beans, some carrots too, but there aren't any sausages. Oh, what can we do?
Great. So now let's look at this fridge, okay? And let's see. There's a mango. Can you see the mango in the fridge? Yes, there's a mango. Okay. There are some eggs. Can you see eggs in the fridge? How many eggs are there? Good, 6 eggs. Very good. Okay. There aren't any sausages. We don't see any sausages. There's some milk. Can you see a carton of milk there? We're not sure how much left, right? But there's some milk. Is there any juice? No, we don't see juice. Okay. If we look back at all the words from the chant there, let's try if we can change. Okay. There's a mango. So if I cross mango, can you change mango into another word from the chant we have done? There's a, what can we say? There's a pear. Very good. Anything else? There's an avocado. All right. Okay, that's great. It's not in the chant, but that's a good one. There's an avocado. Okay. And what we can say? There's maybe a grape. Just the one left. Okay. All right. Now let's try the second one. There are some eggs. If we change eggs, there are some, no, I don't want cheese. I want something S. Okay, there are some carrots. Very good. There are some grapes. Great. Okay. Or we can use there are some beans. Okay. There are some mangoes, some apples. Very good. Now let's try sausages. There aren't any sausages. What we can do? We can still do there aren't any apples. There aren't any strawberries, but there are, right? I think, oh, maybe those are tomatoes, not strawberries. You are right. So there aren't any strawberries, okay? There are, okay, some tomatoes there. All right, there's the number 4. Okay, there's some milk. If we cross milk, okay, can you change into something else? There's some cheese. Very good. Coffee, not in the chant, but it's okay. There's some rice, okay? There's some chicken. Good. Okay, the last one. There isn't any juice. Okay, what can we do? There isn't any milk. Very good. There isn't any chicken. There isn't any cheese. Great. Okay, lovely. And now, okay, this one, I won't go into the activity itself. Let's just look at here, okay, directly. So we can use as you can see, there's some. We can say there are some. Sometimes we say there's some, okay? Any. So we say there aren't any. And sometimes we can say there isn't any. So let's try. There are tomatoes. Which word can we use? Okay, there are some tomatoes. Number 2, there isn't. Which word can we use? Any. Great. There isn't any chicken. Next one, there aren't. Again, also any. There aren't any beans. Next one, number 4, there's pear. A pear. Very good. Number 5, there's cheese. What do we say? There's some cheese. Lovely. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to the workbook. Let's see if it works. Okay, I'll make it bigger. So now let's look at this girl. She is having her breakfast. It's a big breakfast. Okay, let's see what does she have for her breakfast. Okay, can you see anything? Pear, yes, there's a pear. Very good. Anything else? What is she cutting? Sausages, okay. There are some sausages, actually 2 sausages here, right? There is an egg, yeah, you see in the egg cup here. And milk, there's some milk. We see the cotton there. Very good. And then, yeah, now we can go here and do this activity, okay? Circle the correct answer. Okay. And let me also show you another possible activity we can do for practicing. All right, let's do some matching game. Okay, so we have on the left, there isn't, there are, and on the right, okay, so there isn't. What can we go with? There isn't. Okay, there isn't any juice. Very good. There's a sausage and there are some beans. Great. Let's try one more. Okay, there are, what we can go with there are some, okay, some eggs. There aren't, what can we go with? There aren't any grapes, lovely. And there's mango. Okay, I'll just stop here. Okay, we won't really do all now because of the time. So, and then the final activity, we can ask the students to go back home, have your dinner, and write down what do you have for dinner today. Okay, and come and share next time. So let me go back to my slides. Okay, so now if we look at this grammar lesson, okay, this one is from level 2, okay, fantastic food here. So again, think back about the warm-up activities we've done, okay, how we connect the grammar point to the words and also to real world, real life experience, okay? So we actually started even the unit opener, okay? You look at those 2 men twirling pizza dough. So we talk about pizza, we talk about different toppings and ask, okay, are there any apples? Is there any cheese? Okay. And then also we use the words, okay, to make well, categorizing activity. Okay, so put fruit together, put vegetable together, meat together. Okay, and also I kind of share my personal example. Okay, what did I have for breakfast and what I had for lunch? Okay, and then we go into the chant. Okay, and then for presentation, for present the grammar, we also do the grammar and also change. Okay, replace the words with all the other words students know or they have learned about food. Okay, and then practice, we do different activities in the student book, in the workbook, and also wrap up. Actually, I just find another activity for students to do about their own dinner. All right. So when we talked about the first example, lots of you mentioned, okay, we do this part, practice, okay, more, because that grammar point I like, I don't like. I mean, the grammar itself is not that difficult. So that's why we kind of just quickly do a warm up, look at the chant, look at the grammar box, and then do more practice just to make sure students can use it, okay? They understand and they can use it correctly. But if we look at this example, fantastic food in level 2, which part do you think we put more weights on? Or we do more activities, spend more time? Warm-up stage, chant stage, present? Yeah, so Cherry said warm up and present. Okay, I agree with you, right? So warm up, because as we say, we do lots of things, right? So talking about pizza topping, yeah, talking about, well, why we categorize them into different parts, because this unit, the grammar about food, okay, countable and uncountable, it depends on what your student's native language is. It can be very difficult to explain to our students. So that's why for young learners, you don't really teach them the grammar, explain the grammar. You need to kind of make them feel, okay, the grammar. So that's why we put them there. Then it kind of gives them a feeling. Yes, I can count the carrots. I can count the pears, okay, but meat, okay, some chicken, some beef, some lamb all together, I can't count them, okay? So it's lots of warm-up activities we do to kind of give our students this kind of feel to understand. Okay, it's talking about food, and sometimes we can say some apples, some pears, but sometimes we can only say some beef, some chicken, okay? And then, yeah, lots of you also mentioned like present part, we also do a lot, okay? We present it, and then we replace the words again and again so students can repeat the correct grammar. Very good, okay, so for the second example, definitely we do lots, okay? We put more weights on this step, okay, in the routine. So both grammar lessons, we follow the same routine, 5 steps. But the difference between these same routine, okay, 2 grammar lessons, is how much weight we put on at different stages. And as you already mentioned out, okay, for the second one, more warm up and more present part. So this is the last tip I would like to share with you, okay? So routine can definitely help make our teaching easier, and also routine can be used for teaching grammar, okay? So if we follow this routine, we can make sure students experience the grammar, understand the grammar, and use and apply the grammar. But then follow the routine, but as we say, yeah, every class is different, so your students may different, every lesson is different. You know your students best, okay? You know whether this grammar point is difficult to my students or not, okay? So that's why we say we use the routine, but we need to consider how to use the routine with my students, with your own students, and this lesson. So we don't always deal all the grammar lesson the same way, okay? Same routine, but still different ways, okay? That's the last one I would share. And of course, their learning styles, okay? So some students may learn more from the chant, the sounds. Some students may learn better, okay, if you ask them to use their hands to do some activities, okay? Some students love pictures, etc. Great. All right, so now, as we say, the examples we're using is from Look, 7 level young learner programs that takes our students from pre-A1 to B1 level in CFR. I'm going to launch another poll now. if you want to get more information, okay, about this program, and you're okay for a National Geographic Learning representative to contact you, please choose yes, okay? I'm putting it on the screen now. So while you are still choosing some other final slides, I'd like to mention some teachers are asking about the certificate, okay? So tomorrow you will get an email with the link to the recording of this session and also to your certificate. But now my colleague Julie can also just drop in the chat box a link to your e-certificate directly, okay? So you can get it now. All right. And also, I know lots of teachers always come back to National Geographic Learning webinars. But if you don't, and if you want to know more about what webinars we have, you can also go to our webinar site. Okay, and Julie can also put the link in the chat box. So in December, because today this one is the last one for November. In December, we are still going to have 4 webinars. Here you can see the first 2 webinars here. On December 2nd, a National Geographic Learning Explorer and also educator, Joe Grabowski, will kind of share his story of the unexpected turn in his education career. Okay, so when he began engaging his students through the stories of lots of adventures and scientists. And on December 8th, our editor, Janine, will share with you about how we can use content-based materials, okay, to help students build their language literacy and content knowledge. All right, so I think that's all for today, and I'm going to stay on for a little bit longer for some questions and Q&As. Let me check. Yeah, thank you very much for joining this session. Okay, thank you very much. And I see here, okay, my school used National Geographic Learning in Indonesia version altogether 1 to 6. Okay, good to know. Yeah, altogether is also yeah, National Geographic Learning Young Learner Program. Okay, yeah, I think in altogether there are those also those cartoon characters, right, to help explain, help model, okay, lots of sentence structures with the students. Okay.